The following audio may contain the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.
Welcome for those of you that just joined us to our Inspiring Stories of Transformation. I'm so glad that you're here. This is where we're going to be sharing a little bit more about the full offering of what this amazing health and lifestyle coaching program and opportunity has to offer. My name again is David Bush. If you didn't hear earlier, my name is David Bush, and I work as an independent OPTAVIA coach, and I get a chance to help people to do things that I did. I lost 100 pounds on this program, and then as a part of that journey, I decided to become a coach, not because I was looking for more things to do with my time. I was very busy. I didn't feel like I had the time to do it, but I decided to do it because I wanted to learn more about how to create health and well-being in my life. And I thought no better way to learn it than to help another person to learn it themselves. And because of this amazing model, we were able to learn together as a part of the process. And over time, I've had a chance to help about 1,000 people personally to go through this program. And I've also had a chance to help other people to become independent certified coaches. I was not in a position where I ever thought of myself as a health coach. So right now you might be thinking, this is not something that I'd ever dream about doing. I've never even thought about being a coach. I didn't dream when I was a kid about being a OPTAVIA coach. Well, let me just tell you, there's lots of different ways that this can serve you and support you and encourage you on your own health journey. It also is an amazing opportunity for those people that are looking for additional ways to make an income, better opportunities for retiring, and if you want to have an encore career. This is an amazing model. I actually worked as a business coach, and I understand business, and this model was very attractive to me because it didn't have anything that I didn't want, but it had a lot of things that I did want. And one of the things is the opportunity to help people to create a better life. If you look at some of the statistics that we're dealing with right now in the US and even worldwide, obesity has nearly tripled since 1975, and most of the world's populations live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than those who are underweight and starving. Think about that. Let that set in for just a moment. We have so many people that are struggling with unhealthy lifestyle and the consequences that are coming of it, that we're actually in a position where if we don't begin to change things, this is the first generation. Our children, if you're my age, I have some growing children, and they are the first generation that will have a lower mortality age and a lower quality of life on average than the previous generation. First time in American history. You look at some of the other statistics, and almost a third of adults with partners, 31%, report that money is a major source of conflict in the relationship. And 69% of workers were stressed over their finances, with 72% admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. And these statistics were done before all of the crisis of 2020. Imagine how that number has grown. I know that the weight problem has grown because of their sedentary life and because of their shakeup in terms of their career and things that are going on in their life. And it was this amazing program and this amazing company that has now been providing a very, very viable solution for people to get healthy physically, mentally, vocationally, and financially. Our story has a 40-year rich medical heritage. We have lots of clinical studies and medical science that backs the amazing program that provides physical health. But we also have a transformational health and lifestyle coaching system that teaches people how to create health and well-being in their life. This is more than just a weight loss program. This is actually a company that is designing a lifestyle program and is providing a solution to help people to create predictable transformation through the adoption of healthy habits. And then there's a business model. We've actually had a significant growth pattern because of our model being based upon health and lifestyle coaching and not based upon sales or promotions or any other types of business models that you may be familiar with. Dr. Wayne Anderson is the 10th physician board certified in critical care and actually graduated as valedictorian of his medical class. And he said that he wanted to do something different. After 20 years of pioneering the subspecialty of critical care medicine, he just found out that he was at the bottom of a waterfall. He was unable to help people to learn how to climb the mountain of optimal health. And he knew he needed to move upstream before people got to the point where they were diagnosed with diseases and put on multiple medications. He needed to help people to learn the benefits of climbing the mountain of optimal health and well-being and the different peaks and opportunities that were available to them if they just simply had a system to create lifelong transformation. So as you begin to see this visual, I don't know where you're at right now. Maybe you're in a position where you're rafting the river of an unhealthy life and you're kind of looking for something different. You're on the mind of thinking, man, I wish I could do something a little differently about my personal health. And maybe this idea of learning how to do it and helping other people to do it is attracting you. Or maybe you're in a person right now where you're kind of camping out in the valley of complacency. You've got an okay job, an okay life, an okay financial situation, but everything's not really okay. You're not really feeling that you got a lot of freedom to do the things that you want to do. And you're kind of looking for something. Maybe you've been staring up at a peak that maybe you've liked to achieve. You want more freedom. You want more health. You want more independence. You want more flexibility in your schedule. You want more security because of maybe some things that have taken place. You're in the right place. Or maybe you're in a person where you're doing really good with your health. Physically, you're all right. You're doing well. Mentally, maybe there's some areas that you'd like to improve upon. And financially, you'd like to see some change. You'd like to be able to be rewarded for the work that you do and not based upon what other people say that you're worth. And you're in the right place too, because maybe that comfort cave that you've been camping out in is something that you'd like to maybe embark on a journey and maybe go after a new peak physically and mentally and financially. Well, this program will help you to do it. Most people will come into our program and they'll use these 4 components, which are really a unique blend of synergy, working together to create very predictable transformation and to build lifelong transformation, because it's reinforcing the development of healthy lifestyle habits. And it's the beginning of creating well-being in your life, not just changing your macronutrients or the nutrition that you eat during the day. These 4 components provide you the solution. It provides you the accountability, the support. No matter where you are with your health, everybody can get healthier if they want to. The transformational system creates lifelong transformation because it teaches you transformational principles and habits that you can use in all areas of your life. It's not just about what not to eat and what to eat and what to do for exercise. And then the supportive community. Dynamic community of support, virtual and personal, working with people that are climbing to new peaks, that are inspiring you to do so. And you're going to hear some stories tonight about some people that have climbed to new peaks. And that may be inspiring to you to know that not only could you climb to a new peak, but you could help others to do the same thing. It's absolutely mind-blowing what's possible when you plug people into this program in the comprehensive nature. And then our OPTAVIA Fuelings is our nutritional plan that is medically tested, scientifically proven, and it is an enjoyment for most people to have a simple nutrition plan where they don't have to count calories, carbs, or points. They don't have to plan, purchase, prepare, and portion size food and exercise off the extra calories. They're given a plan that works to give them predictable results, and it's safe, it's simple, it's structured, and there's a ton of support that comes with it. So with these 4 components, we're actually able to create significant life change. And some people decide that they want to go beyond the idea of physical and mental benefits, and they want to actually earn financial income, not because they're a great salesperson or because they're out selling and telling, but because they're actually helping people to create transformation. And they're telling their story. They're sharing this seed of hope And they're planting the seed of hope into other people's lives. And that's awakening people that are basically looking, searching, dreaming about what it is that we have to offer. And if we just take the time to offer them what it is that we have to offer, we get a chance to be more accountable to our own decisions. We get a chance to see other people get healthier. It's fun and rewarding to see people's lives change and to know that you played a part in it, and they didn't pay you to do it. The company pays you for basically helping other people. You get the currency of not only compensation, but you get the currency of goodwill. You get the chance to do well by doing good in the world. And you get a chance to become more significant, more significant while becoming more successful in your own life. And you leave a legacy, not just a legacy within your family, but within your community, within your country, within your world. It's truly remarkable the number of lives that can be impacted. The cool part about OPTAVIA is you don't have to do the same way as another person. There's 3 different opportunities within OPTAVIA. You can become an OPTAVIA coach, and you can just coach your friends and family members. There's no quotas or minimums that you have to hit. You don't have to continue to purchase things to be compensated. You just simply coach your friends and family members as you have a desire to do so. And because you are learning more to help others to do more, you're becoming more. There's no way that you can learn more and not become more. When you're learning more and you're helping more, you're becoming more, which is helping you to achieve more in your own personal health. And you can do that in the cracks of your day. If you decide that you want to coach more people, you can. And you can actually decide to become a business coach where you can actually coach other people to become successful OPTAVIA coaches. However, there's no recruitment requirements. There's no, forcements or forcing things that say that you have to have a coach to get paid or anything of that nature. It's just simply a matter that if you want to help other people to live the full trilogy, physical, mental, and financial health and well-being, you can offer it to them. And then there's an opportunity where you can actually become a business leader, where you can actually run a large team of coaches and business coaches, and you can be compensated for the competency of being able to build and lead other people to do things that they really want to do, and to help them to learn how to become a great coach. These are some things that I really love about the business, and I can't wait for you to hear this next story, because Melanie has been somebody I've had a chance to see transform, not just physically, but mentally, and then vocationally, seeing her become the coach that she is today and what she's being able to give to other people. I can't wait for you to hear a little bit more about her story. Melanie, would you share with everybody a little bit more about your decision and that one day that changed everything for you?
My weight was going back up the scale. I had always struggled with my weight, and I'd even done everything I thought there was to do to lose weight. I was a yo-yo dieter, and I'd even done gastric bypass 10 years before. And I was really scared because I really felt helpless and hopeless. So I saw Sarah Northwood living out loud on Facebook, and I reached out to her, even though really I had very little hope that this would work for me. I had a lot of concepts that were in the way because I really thought I had done it all already. So when I came to that point and I decided to do OPTAVIA, her coach and Sarah said, why don't you be a client and a coach right away? And I thought, wow, they don't know who they're dealing with here. This is a real diet failure here. And yet they were sincere. I knew it wasn't necessarily all about me. They were saying that this will work. And they explained to me that this is a relationship model of coaching. So it's team coaching. And that really appealed to me because I knew I needed support. So I did it. And I was encouraged to say to my friends, my family, my neighbors, let's do this together. I'm really excited. And right away they did. And over time, I lost weight. I lost over 60 pounds. And as I was getting healthier, a bigger thing was happening. I was getting healthier emotionally and mentally. I had always misused food. I had always used food for fill in the blank, but often it was because I was anxious or I was overwhelmed. And I really saw myself like a victim. So one of the most powerful things I've been learning in OPTAVIA and through the coaching in particular is we use transformational business leadership principles. These are life-changing. I've been through a lot of schooling. I've been blessed to be part of a great church community, a spiritual community. But let me tell you something. The integration of myself, of being healthy in my body and in my mind and in my emotions and even in my spirit, comes together through these principles, so that I know that I'm 100% responsible for myself, that I can live with an openness and an optimism in life. And the coolest thing is I get to do this coaching. I get to come alongside people who, like me, have lost hope, like me, feel like they're in a prison of weight. And it's beyond the weight. We know that. It's the mental weights. It's the relational things that get in the way. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to be places. And as a pastor's wife, that was really a problem. And I'm an extrovert. So it was so contrary to truly who I am. So OPTAVIA has given me this vehicle to dream, to be more than I ever thought I could be. It's given me an opportunity to bring people with me. Wow. Okay, that's like the best part, truthfully. I am now seeing and realizing what a gift this is, not just for me, but for other people. And I have to say that through OPTAVIA, being a coach, in 10 months of doing this, I was able to leave a job that was good to do a job that is great. And I do this full time. It's a gift. It's an honor. And I get to work with people. That's what I get to do. And I work with David, and I work with a community, and I work with Sarah, and I work with other coaches who have given me room to help me grow and develop. So OPTAVIA means so much to me. It's truly been transforming me. It's helping me be responsible, be the dominant force in my life, to really gain confidence and competence. When I'm, as a coach, you get trained. You get trained. It's called on-time training. It's awesome. And the personal development that's here, you know, at one time I looked at life coaching years ago. Actually, I didn't even have the confidence to do it, but a friend of mine who knew me said, why don't you look into that? Because we were always looking for something to do. After my husband retires from full-time ministry, we're looking for something to do. And you know what? You can't pay for what you get here. And this is free. The training is free. The integration of all the pieces is astounding. So I just am thrilled to say that I am living and loving and growing, and I get to do that with other people. Thank you.
So good, Melanie. That is so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story tonight. And you did cover a lot of the stuff that we are going to cover here on the slide. It is a relational model. It's really focused on helping people to create optimal health in their life. You're an independent, you're self-employed, nobody bosses you around. You can do it full, part-time, spare time. And there's no real big expenses. It's $199 to become a coach. There's no inventory, and you can work from anywhere. No purchases and quotas that pushes you to do things that you don't want to do. And as Melanie said, the team training model is amazing. And we have one final story tonight, and I want to wrap up with Donni. Donni is a nurse practitioner who's been coaching for almost a full decade. And I've had a chance to see her blossom into become an amazing leader in the wellness and preventative care model of health. And she's moved into the third era of medicine. She has left her nursing background to actually become a full-time OPTAVIA coach and business leader, and she helps a lot of others to get healthier. And I can't wait for you to hear some of the reasons of why she decided to make that leap. Donni, welcome to the webinar.
Thanks so much, Dave. You know, you mentioned that I was a nurse practitioner, and the reason that I became a nurse practitioner was because for 8 years I worked with cancer patients. And during that time, I just noticed that a lot of the diseases that I dealt with, whether it was the cancer or the high blood pressure or the high blood sugar, oftentimes were related to something that could be prevented, something that they could have done. And I decided I wanted to figure out a way to make a living helping people in that arena to help be healthy. And inside of the healthcare system, I could not find that role where I would get paid to help people be healthy. And I became a nurse practitioner to work with kids. My intent was I was going to raise healthy children that would never be sick adults. And I discovered that healthcare is healthcare is healthcare. And healthcare is such an important part of life, you know, with everything going on. I so appreciate everything that healthcare brings to the world. But it was not what I was looking to do. I wanted to help people thrive. I didn't want to just help them survive. And what ended up happening was, as a nurse practitioner, I ran a weight management program for kids. And it was an uphill battle running that thing, because I had to figure out what the evidence suggested I needed to do. And then I had to pitch it to the practice, and then I had to get it approved. And then I had to convince parents to bring their kids in. And then once they brought them in, I had to convince them to do things that they just didn't fit into their lives. And I could not help people create the results I wanted so desperately to help them create. And here I had this passion, and I was doing all of this. And during that season, I got pregnant with twins. And when I delivered my twins, I went on to gain 50 pounds over a 9-month period of time. And I found myself needing a coach. And that's when I was introduced to this amazing gift, because not only was I able to go on to lose 50 pounds myself, but I discovered what I had been looking for 16 years, how it was I could help deliver results for others. And it was exactly in line with everything that I had ever researched, with the minor exception that I could deliver results and I could do it from home. I could be home with my babies, and I could get paid for it. And, you know, as I was listening to you speak earlier, talking about the comfort cave, I was really comfortable then. You know, I was uncomfortable having gained weight. I was embarrassed about that, but I was really comfortable in the sense that I was home with my kids during the day, and I went to work when my husband came home. And so therefore, I didn't feel like I was leaving my kids, right? I was comfortable. I was comfortable having 2 people working in the house and yet having 1 car. I was comfortable there. And that comfort really threatened to become a trap, to become like a prison for me. And in comes OPTAVIA, and it opened up a whole new world of possibilities, where not only I was able to help people create the results that I wanted, but it made it possible so that I didn't have to leave the house to go to work. I could just work from home, and I could help my clients create results I could never create as a nurse practitioner. And then fast forward, not only did it create an opportunity for me to be home, but when my family needed it, I was able to provide an income that my husband could stay home too. And so my husband has actually been home with me for the past 6 years. And so my kids, they're 10. I have 10-year-old twins now, and they don't know what it's like to have either mommy or daddy leave the house. And last year for their birthday, they were all into American Ninja Warriors, and we decided we were going to gift them a trip to their favorite Ninja Warrior gym. I live in Florida. The Ninja Warrior was in Chicago, and it was just amazing that I could write this Ninja Warrior and say, hey, when will you be there? Because whatever day you tell me you're going to be there, whether it's in May or July, or whether it's in October or June, right? I can go, because I can pick everything up and go with wherever I want to go, whenever I want to go, because both my husband and I could be home thanks to this gift that was offered me 9 years ago. And what I love most is, in addition to being able to help people create the physical transformations, is hearing the stories of people like, for example, this past month, I was able to help a family that wanted to send their spouse to seminary. So a stay-at-home mom made it possible to send her husband to seminary. That blows my mind. And every single day I wake up, and it's like a new gift that's being given to me because I am part of this community. And I could not be more grateful.
Love your story, Donni, and it's so impactful just to see the total life transformation that's available. And so, you know, in terms of support, if you're questioning, you know, can you do it? Yes, you can. We can do it together. You can learn as you earn. We use team coaching. You have a mentorship team. You have all the available support resources. Your success is not based upon you becoming a master at all these things. It's you simply plugging people in to the amazing system and then supporting them through the process. You work at your own pace. There's tremendous events. There's actually some amazing events that are coming up this month. So we just would love to encourage you each to continue the conversation with the person that invited you to watch this video, and ask more questions and explore the possibilities of how becoming an OPTAVIA coach could help you to achieve the life that you've always been dreaming about. We'd love to see you become part of our mission. On behalf of all the panelists and on behalf of everybody here, we just want to say thank you for joining us. And if you enjoyed this, please reach back out to the person that shared this with you and let them know your thoughts and your takeaways, and share this with other people that you think would benefit. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
This audio may have contained the personal testimonials of some independent OPTAVIA coaches or clients of OPTAVIA. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experiences of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a healthcare provider before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. OPTAVIA makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts, which requires hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Please see the OPTAVIA income disclosure statement for statistics on actual earnings of coaches under the U.S. compensation plan, which differs from the international compensation plan. Yours in health, the OPTAVIA team.